Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your monthly reading for December 2025. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your full Celtic cross spread. I'm going to then break it down week by week. We'll pull more cards and we'll do the other spread. Now, here's the thing. We are in the last month, right, of 2025. Congratulations. You made it, but also... bon voyage, yeah, because your journey is just beginning. That's right. December, it's just a month, right? It's just a word. We know time is fluid. The bigger thing, everything from this point forward is leading up to the big Saturn-Neptune conjunction in February 2026. And that's not just a new synodic cycle. As you know, it's happening at 0 degrees Aries, the beginning of the beginning. Never experienced in modern human history. We've never experienced it, right? So that's the Great Reset. Not New Year's Eve. Nope. It's in February. I've been saying month after month, out with the old, in with the new, ever since the Prism Portal locked in over the summer. If you don't know what that is, I'll leave that video at the end of this video, what you can expect for the next 2 years of your life with the Prism Portal, the rare grand trine, the 4 outer planets, and new signs, right? In a compressed period of time, all aspecting. Come on, that's big. That's big. So think about the summer. What happened for you over the summer? You got a glimpse of what your life is going to be like in February, okay? And between now and then, everything's about to change. Everything's changing. You already see it. You see everything's changing. Your life is changing. Where were you? January 2025. Look at where you're at now. All right? Everything is changing. And this month, you're just adapting to the brand new world that you're about to enter. This brand new era that the Prism Portal has been bringing you. Okay? And you definitely you've been reassessing a lot of things. Yeah? We just came out of your birthday season. It was big. It was big. And you had time to reflect, not only from the summer too, by the way, right? Remember, we had eclipses in September. We had those rare aspects in October. We had the hot mess of November. And comparatively, yeah, we had some bananas applesauce months that we went through. So December, comparatively, is quiet. But, it's a whole other different kind of applesauce bananas month, all right? And as always, the best aspects of the month in blue, the blue asterisk. Anyway, here's the thing. You've got, it's still a great month because look at you. You got Sagittarius season, the first half. So your second half, some money, income, salary, finances. There's a lot of money stuff happening, yeah? And you're on the quest to make more money, to see more money, to just have it, have it, increase your income. But it really is more about, the root of it is like, your sense of self-value, self-worth, right? You had a job and you're just like, I can make more than this. Like, that's you knowing your self-worth. I should be getting paid more. Like a lot of that, but you're also still just expanding a lot of things. Relationships. There's also a lot of focus on food, to be honest. And yeah, you may be treating yourself, but you also may be changing things up, adjusting things. But either way, Sagittarius energy is just broadening your horizons. You know that, right? So that's what's going to be happening. You got 3 planets here. So there's a lot of emphasis on money for you. But at the same time, remember, Sagittarius is Jupiter ruled. So it's really nice. It's very happy-go-lucky. But here's the thing. You're still going to be very like business in the front and the back. Because this month is owned and operated and manufactured and licensed and trademarked by Saturn. That's right. Yep. It is Saturn's month. He officially went direct in Pisces November 27th. The planet of hard work, discipline, life lessons, and karma. Oh, yeah. He's about to make things real for you. Okay. I'll give you 3 reasons. 1, he's been giving you handouts. You know that, Scorpio. You know that he's in part of those grand water trines that you've been part of. Yeah. You saw his good side. He told you knock jokes. He taught you how to play Green Day on guitar. He watched Pitch Perfect 1 and 2 with you. No one else would. Yeah, but that vacation's over. It's done. He's back to work. He's clocked in. He's the authority, okay? He's got the aviators on. The ones with the mirrors. Anyway, he's not messing around. You're going to feel Saturn, okay? 2, we're entering Capricorn season. That energy is just a little bit more serious, it's a little bit more stern and austere and a little sobering. It's all about structure, yeah? Ambition, you rolling up your sleeves, putting the work. And Saturn is Capricorn's ruler. So you are going to feel forward momentum in ways that you never have. And here's the thing. This is going to be you're going to feel it twice as much because Mars, your ruler, right? Traditional ruler, the god warrior. He's moving into Capricorn where he's exalted. And so just like Jupiter being exalted in Cancer, yeah, he does his best in Capricorn out of all the signs. Yeah, even yours. Even though he's a ruler, he's exalted in Capricorn. So what does that mean? You got the 2 malefic planets, Mars and Saturn, coming out to play hard this month. All right. Meaning you are going to be very serious about your commitments, your long term, the actions that you take. It's GTFO. Right? Now, 3, Neptune goes direct in Pisces after being retrograde since July 4th. So, yeah, all your spiritual downloads since then, they're going to be tested. They're going to be tested. Saturn is reality checks. He's going to, it's a month of tests. Yeah. I told you this. It's been 2 years. You've had Saturn in Pisces in your 5th house of joy and pleasure, but also family and children and true love and romance. Oh, you had a lot happening there. You know it. It's also, if not, it's sex. Okay. So children, y'all having children? Yeah, you're about to. Okay. Or you did. And now it's like the next phase. The other thing is like recreations and hobbies, a big thing here. You can find a way to monetize your hobbies. Yeah. You collect goldfish bowls. Hey, you could turn it in, you could sell them now. All right. Now, here's the other thing is that I'm going to throw in one more, 4. Yeah. Remember that time that I said Capricorn energy is austere, a little bit stern? Well, we got a stellium in Capricorn. We got Mars, Venus, Mercury, and the Sun. Okay. That's going to happen this month. So you got 4 planets in a sign that's all about rolling up your sleeves or your jean shorts, or whatever it is. Listen, you do you. This is a month. It's Saturn's month, right? You play by Saturn's rules. You put in the work that he requires. You pass his tests, okay? And you took his classes. You through life experiences for the past 2 years in your 5th house. Oh, yeah. And communication as well. And launching things. Yeah. Saturn natively rules your 3rd. And so that's going to be a big focus this month, but you will ace the test. I just know it, Scorpio. I know y'all. Y'all are going to ace the test. And here's the other thing. Capricorn is the mountain goat. They're not known for their descent. Yeah, you're going to make it to the top in your jean shorts. So the other thing is all the, Sagittarius energy that you're going to feel, that brings in all that optimism. It's very nice. It does help soften Saturn's edges. So keep that in mind. Now, here's the thing. You're watching this. That's past. That's past. Yeah, I drove 8 hours yesterday from Virginia. I did do my annual road trip to see my family in Thanksgiving. And so a little late, but hey, long drives. But here's the thing. This full moon is in Gemini, December 4th. That happened yesterday because I'm looking at the clock. You're my last sign. I want to try to post this by 1 p.m. Well, let's say 1:30. This is one of the biggest full moons of the year. All right. Super moon. All right. Orbiting close to Earth is 13 degrees. And so it happened yesterday, but you're going to feel it for up to a week. All right. In fact, the day that I filmed this, the day after the moon's still in Gemini. Right. Anyway, so I talk more about this full moon in Gemini December astrology overview live stream. I'll leave it at the end of this video. There's just so much to it. But you can also look at your May forecast because I talked about everything that happened at the end of May. There was a lot of things that happened. And so what happened for you when we had the corresponding new moon in Gemini? What seeds did you plant when it came to relationships and money and investing in your future and investments? Loans and taxes and things that have to do with like shared resources and assets and joint bank accounts and debt consolidation, things like that. Your eighth house, right? Other people's money, shared resources. Like I said, there was something here. And also strengthening relationships, deepening relationships, but also just your transformation. Now, here's the thing. Something is coming to a turning point. You're going to get some news. It's a Mercury ruled full moon, okay? And when I say that, a lot of clarity now. Mercury's no longer retrograde. So you're going to have a lot more clarity. There is a turning point here. The moon illuminates. Now, the bigger thing about this, why it's one of the strongest full moons of the year, is because the moon is bending the nodes of fate. 13 degrees exact. And sure, we've had the bending of the nodes with Mars and Venus, etc. the past few months. This is the moon on the lunar nodes of fate. It's a couple things here, okay? A, expect change. Fated, destined change. Yeah. Oh, it's strong, mutable energy. There's going to be change. Be willing to be flexible. Okay. It, like I said, it's a Mercury ruled full moon. You're going to likely get messages around this time, be thinking about things. Again, this is your eighth house, something in that part of your life, right? Just money and relationships. Okay. Your legacy, intimacy, all of that. Really amplified. You know that's your home, right? So there is that overlap here, the eighth house, Gemini ruling your eighth. Anyway, Gemini energy is very social. You're going to be networking. Gemini energy, Gemini rules the nervous system. You're going to feel a little restless about things, okay? A lot of mental stimulation around this time through the weekend, even through the week, okay? Possibly you're traveling somewhere. If you're not, there's something with business or a writing project. But here's the thing. It's bending the nodes of it. Look at this, okay? You've got the moon in Gemini. You have the sun in Sagittarius. Right? They're opposite each other. Therefore, the sun is squaring the nodes too. But what did I say? Squaring the north node in Pisces, south node in Virgo. You have a mutable cross, a grand cross. With the squares, come on. So there's got to be something here with just, again, things that bring you joy, pleasure, family, children is a big emphasis for you right now, as well as creative projects and your hobbies and having babies. Congratulations. And it seems like there's going to be some changes with friends, friendships, groups you belong to, even maybe things that you thought about your future. You may be adjusting them at this time as well. The good news is you got a bundle of planets in Sagittarius in your second house of money, income. There's something here with money and finances too. As Juno, by the way, is here in Sagittarius. Don't forget that. Yeah. She's helping, okay? She's supportive. So just, again, be willing to adapt to changes and know that there's something here fated and a life lesson, right? So cross watchers, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your basketball coach, or for your husband, George, it doesn't matter. Mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, obviously they will feel this the most. If you have any planets in your birth chart, your natal chart, 12 to 14 degrees in any of those signs, they're going to be aspected. You're going to feel it the most. Anyway, Saturday, Saturday and Sunday, it's a package deal. You see, you got Mercury in your sign. Don't forget, you still have Mercury in your sign. So that's the other thing, by the way, about this full moon. And you tell me, by the way, Gemini energy has a gift of gab, right? It's like there can be like gossip, there can be rumors, but it's the depositor. You've got Mercury in your sign, okay? Mercury is Gemini's ruler. So basically, there can be some secrets still coming to the surface, all right? Truth being revealed around this full moon that reveals. There may be a message we're getting. Let me see something here. Yeah, okay, so over the weekend, again, package deal. You got another grand water trine, okay? And a little bit of deja vu. Think about what happened for you the weekend of October 24th to the 26th during your birthday season, okay? This is, Mercury's at the same degree. Remember, he went retrograde, so he's going back over the same degrees. They're going to have a lot of deja vu from, October, November, but this is the exact grand water trine we had back then. The difference is Saturn's not direct. You're going to feel this. So, what does this mean? There's just so much emphasis, activity on you, the things that you want. There's, it's almost like there's this way, you're going to see something in a new way. Travel, maybe something here, as well as publishing, broadcasting. But again, the emphasis really is just home, family, yeah, your recreations, all that fifth house activity. The great thing, however, I'm looking at what's happening here for you. The moon will be in Cancer the entire weekend. The moon rules Cancer. As we know, Jupiter is in Cancer, exalted in Cancer. The moon will conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. So a lot of home and family energy. It feel good. It's optimistic. That nurturing side's coming out, that maternal side, paternal side. It could be even nostalgic, yeah? Heightened emotions, intuition. Oh, you're going to feel this. You're going to get a buzz off this one. So enjoy this weekend. Enjoy it. It looks like there's going to be something here that's definitely going to open your world up. Okay. Now, Monday, December 8th, you got Mars square Saturn. You got the two malefics. They're about to West Side Story. So you're going to feel a little bit of a squeeze, and this is strong. You're going to feel it days before, days after. So there's something here testing your beliefs. There's something here testing your freedom. It could be financial freedom. Again, with that second house, Mars and Sagittarius, our second house of finances and money, and then Saturn and Pisces in your fifth, but natively ruling your third. I wouldn't be surprised if words are said. So be very mindful, okay? This is communication for you. In fact, there's going to be, it's more mutable energy. So again, be flexible. There's also change. Be prepared for change, and maybe a little not seeing eye to eye with an authority figure, a boss, or even just, a partner, but a parent looks really likely here too. Here's the other thing. This is Mars and Saturn. They've been doing this dance for 2 years. So if you can think back to August 10th, 2023, oh, this was big for you. What happened around this time? That's when Mars conjuncted Saturn in Pisces, your fifth house of joy and pleasure and family and true love and romance and all of that. Okay. Some of y'all had babies. Okay. Now the North Node's in Pisces. So now there's like destined events happening. But just think, this is a 2-year story that's playing out right now. You're at the home stretch. And it's not a bad thing, but the storyline, it's just strong energy. Yeah, Saturn's definitely going to test you around this time. So just stay frosty, be cool. There may be, over the weekend, moving into this day, some legal matters that you have to work with, okay? And when I say that, not a bad thing. It's like you could be, getting married. That's a marriage certificate. That's legal matters. It's the courts. Now, the other thing is that Mars is physicality, as you know. So that's really great. Do some movement, do some jiu-jitsu, weed whacking, whatever you need to do, okay? You want to channel this energy constructively. Now, the other thing is, we got to talk about this. So normally we do the fixed stars and the bonus spread. Fixed stars, asteroids, planetoids. I got something else planned for that for tier 3 members, really good and legendary members. But Venus will be conjuncting the fixed star Antares this day, 10 degrees. Okay. And so kind of a big deal for you. Because it's the tail end of you. When you think about the constellation. Anyway, if you can remember way back in March, you like how we're reminiscing on all these. Oh, way back then. If you're new to my channel, I do prediction live streams. Yeah, so I did a chilling session. I'll leave it at the end of this video. Yep. It was a live stream that I did, a number of predictions that all came true, but the year 525 BC. So that is the year that I had to Google it. I was like, what? Turns out Venus and Antares, right? Venus and Antares had an occultation, meaning Venus passed behind the fixed star, obscured from view. And that only happens like once every thousands of years, okay? And I'll talk more about it on Great Awakener. It's a big thing you're going to see some big things happen around this day, all right? But for you, listen, they meet again, okay? Conjunction, right? Venus, love and money and relationships and creative projects, by the way, in your second house of money and finances and even relationships and etc. All right? Venus and Sagittarius is all about honesty and truth and your values, and it's blending its energies with the fixed star Antares, a royal star of honors, passion, power, but to a detriment, to an obsession that can be consuming, that can be extreme. It's inviting conflict in for your pleasures. Yeah. So be mindful of this day. It's happening the same day as Mars square Saturn. There may be something here with your self-worth, self-value. There may be something here with food or money, relationships or money. Okay. And possibly something career related, because you do. So this conjunction, Venus and Taurus, will trine the moon in Leo, 10 degrees exact. I mean, you can't make this up. And so that's really great because that's highly creative and romantic and expressive. And Leo is associated with royalty, but that is your 10th house of career. So it looks like there may be something here with career. FYI. All right. Now, but money is a big thing. Now, mutable signs obviously will feel this day the most. All right. Now, Wednesday, December 10th. Yeah, I got to tell you this. Well, we'll talk about it when we break it down week by week. But one thing about Wednesday, December 10th is that Neptune will go direct at 29 degrees in Pisces. And so you remember, this is the last of our lifetime. We'll never have this again. Neptune, who rules Pisces and Pisces at 29 degrees, critical degree. You're no longer sleepwalking. All right. Remember, Neptune was retrograde, a bit of fog, delusion. You had to go within, a little bit of subterfuge, sabotage even maybe was happening, but direct now. Okay. You got your ideals, you know, your ideals, especially with everything in your 5th house. Okay. So that's really great. Really strong creative energy. You're just going to really feel it because of all these transits and ingresses and aspects happening just clustered. December 11th, Mercury will move into Sagittarius. So, yeah, that's honestly with Neptune going direct. And when, remember, outer planets move, like they move, you feel it. So there's still maybe a little bit of confusion around money around this time. Remember, Mercury doesn't do well in Sagittarius, and we had Mercury in Sagittarius in October. So go back to that forecast, very like lights on, nobody home, right? Mercury's just weak in Sagittarius. The good news is you do have Venus, Mars, and the Sun. All right, so that's kind of bolstering what's here. And Juno, by the way, Juno's here, so that's really great. Juno, Jupiter's wife, Hera, in Greek, she's all about truth, justice, equality, fairness in love, marriage, contracts, agreements, partnerships, personal relationships. There may be something here with legal matters, just an FYI, okay? Now, Sunday, December 14th, you got Mars moving into Capricorn, okay? There you go. Mars exalted here. He's a CEO. He's the founder, right? It's been 2 years since Mars has been in Capricorn. But again, Capricorn is your 3rd house. Lot of activity like jet fuel and communication, okay? Networking, social matters, but also business matters. Yeah, this is your 3rd house. This is even maybe launching something new. You're going to see things happen with Mars. Yeah, it's all about drive and ambition, your determination. There may be some, again, signing. There's something you may be signing. The other thing is, there really is, and family, still a big thing, especially with siblings and even neighbors, maybe something here. And even travel. You may be traveling for the next 6 weeks. But the big thing here is that there may be something online. There may be, like, you launching something online. You may be selling things too. But yeah, branding yourself, like branding, as in like marketing, advertising. Those are all here. Now, the other thing is, so yeah, just that's for the next 6 weeks. You're going to be hyper focused on your priorities, your legacy. You're going to feel very productive. Now, what do we have? Friday, December 19th, we have the new moon in Sagittarius. So this is great. So 28 degrees. I love this new moon. This is where you're going to set intentions. You're going to want to expand. You're seeking freedom, especially that financial freedom. Remember, Sagittarius rules your 2nd house, something here with money, income, finances, right? So it does look like there is definitely something new happening for you. However, this new moon is surrounded by Saturn squares. There's a bunch, okay? Remember, I said it's his month. He's going to test you. It's your final test. And so the sun's going to square Saturn. Sun's going to square Neptune too, but Venus will square Saturn. So again, around this new moon, there just may be something with money and finances, especially with Venus square Saturn. You have Venus in Sagittarius, the planet of money, and your second house of money, squaring Saturn in your fifth. So it just may be like tightening, like you may see like, oh, these expenses, what? That could be some things that you have to work with, but they're just, again, it could be a boss as well. It could be a parent, an authority figure. It's Saturn. So just bear that in mind. Don't let that take away from this new moon. And as I always say, use these aspects, okay? Be flexible, compromise, create your reality. Now, there is going to be something here. It's like what is the lesson that you need to learn, right? What is the thing you have to see? Sagittarius is the archer, okay? So when you set intentions, when you put wheels in motion for this new moon, you get one shot with all the Saturn squares, yeah? Because Saturn's the one who's holding the bullseye. He's going like this. All right? You got one shot. So just Katniss Everdeen it. You got this. Hunger Games it. You got it. All right? Now, and Juno will be conjuncting the new moon. So again, you got all this support. You have 4 planets and you have a lot of support here. All right. Now, December 21st, Sunday. Let me see. We move into Capricorn season. So, and happy winter. It's a winter solstice. Happy summer in the southern hemisphere. But next 4 weeks, yeah, there's a lot of conversations. There's a lot of moving the needle forward with things that you felt stuck. You're going to be communicating AF. Oh, you're going to have to download Telegram, WhatsApp. You get like another email, you know, you have so much happening here, but you're going to be very serious about moving the needle forward with conversations and agreements and contracts, etc. A big focus on structure, okay? And even leadership. Now, the good thing also is you're going to love this Capricorn energy because it's very grounded, yeah? And you blend well, being a water sign, with the earth here. And we've had so much fire and air. It's been bananas. The other thing is Wednesday, December 24th, Venus then moves into Capricorn. So, yeah, there's got to be a lot of conversations and just putting order into relationships, money, creative projects. You're going to be a little bit more strict, okay? But that's because Venus in Capricorn has high standards. It's all about devotion. Remember, Capricorn's all about the long term and commitments. And then the last thing for you is really Tuesday, December 30th, Mars, exalted in Capricorn, will be aligning with the nodes of fate. So this is really nice. So nodal axis, 11 degrees. He's in his happy place, and he's trying the North Node. He's sextile the South Node. So really wonderful. This fated turn of events at the end of the year with joy and pleasure. And it just feels like something really launches off, or there's an agreement that happens. There's something really nice, okay? Something all about your future. We also have a mini grand trine this day, like a grand earth trine. When was the last time you saw that? So it's just really great energy, and you will have so much focus on partnerships, relationships. And when I see what's happening for you, again, I just will not be surprised if you do sign something by the end of the month, because the moon will be exalted in Taurus, okay? And well, the moon's exalted in Taurus, but the moon will be in Taurus. So that completes this, grand earth trine with the South Node in Virgo, you connecting with others, your hopes and wishes and long-term goals and dreams, which is the 11th house, which is Saturn's home. It is happening at 11 degrees. Very interesting for you, 11. But here's the other thing is that, you have contracts, you have agreements. Juno has moved into Capricorn at this point. Yeah, she's out of Sag. She's in Capricorn, in your third house of signing things. So there really might be something here with relationships and partnerships. It can be love, it can be business, but it could be with like your cable person. You need new cable. You need to get Fios, whatever you need. Anyway, let's see what's going on with you, Scorpio, for the last month of the year with December 2025. Scorpio, and that, honestly, the end of the year, there's so many exaltations. You got the moon exalted in Taurus. You got Jupiter exalted in Cancer. You got Mars exalted and Capricorn. Anyway, I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, yeah, you know that we will, Scorpio. Y'all are amazing. And oh my gosh, I'm going to bear it. This will go up by 2 p.m. All right, let's get started. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're good. You're good. Listen, there's a lot of noise around you. There's a lot of noise, but you're going to be good. And if you are a cross watcher, you know this card has come up, and I think everyone spreads. That's so rare. I think maybe one or two it didn't. Yeah, here's your awakening. Here's your wake-up call. Here's your moment that I said, this is Saturn's. You got to be awake to take his test, and you're going to be tested, and you're going to have this spiritual awakening. Remember, it's even Sagittarius season, and stellium of planets in Sagittarius is all about the big picture. It's all about expanding your horizons. It's all about seeing what you have to see, hearing the blow of the trumpet, okay? This is really big. It seems like a lot of you are moving into this. It's almost like there's this reckoning. There's this, as you move into December, there's something that already happened. And now you're very focused. You're very all about expanding things in your world. Amazing. And then look at what happens. You got the Fool in the heart of your spread. Come on. What did I say about that new journey? What did I say? I said bon voyage. He's about to jump. Okay. Risk, taking those big risks, right? Long hair, don't care. Right here. Because this is someone who is doing him. And he's taking those risks because taking risks is confidence, right? How do you build confidence? You take risks. So you heard the blow of the trumpet. Now you know which way you're going. All right. Now you're doing something new in your life, and it feels good, and you feel free. And there's so much opportunities here. There's innocence here. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Okay. So there is like a reset here for you, like a mini reset. You got that 5 of Cups in your challenge area. I don't mind it. You're coming out of something. You had that awakening. It's just like, why was I holding on to that for so long? Yeah. Why was I holding on to that? Neptune went direct. That fog cleared. Like, oh. Now I can see the 2 cups behind me. I can see all the opportunities that I'm missing because I'm focused on the past and holding on to the past. Now, this month, it still may be a thing, but also the other thing is that, yeah, there may be something that happens, but it feels more like someone else. You're ending something with someone, or there's something here. Someone else may be a little bit disappointed, and they're like, so, diplomacy, the moon in your crown. Okay. So here's the thing. Strong. When I say when Saturn's awake in your 5th house, the moon attributed to Pisces in tarot. Okay. So Saturn in Pisces, the North Node in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, all active AF this month. In your 5th house of joy and pleasure and romance and family, children, so much emphasis there. Saturn's going to give you a couple tests. Pass this test, okay? You see those 2 columns, break them down. You're that crayfish. You got to go past the dog and the wolf that represent evolution. This is your evolution. This is your emotional evolution. You're going to be fine. Don't overthink things, and don't let Saturn. Listen, I had Saturn opposite my moon for 4 months now. Y'all know that. I've made it very clear in my live streams. That's hard. It's not easy. But you don't, remember, I always say, you use the aspects. You don't let them use you. 5 of Wands. A little bit more conflict, a little bit more challenge. Something about children here. Yeah. But also people acting childlike. All right. So just bear that in mind. It feels more like work. That may be your, moments of test too, because you're focusing on one area of life. There may be something happening in your career too. Just keep it in mind. You got family stuff. That's the biggest picture here, but career stuff as well. But either way, this is just saying, hey, I'm going to be diplomatic. I'm going to see eye to eye. I'm going to work with others because I'm the one who's going to rise above and make everybody else see eye to eye and get along. And we're going to figure out how to work things out. Okay. Not be at odds. Figure out solutions. Okay. Neptune's fog is cleared. But you really, 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 really have to know which way you're going. Okay? Yeah, the Seven of Cups. I think you got it last time too. This is your card. Venus and Scorpio is what it's attributed to. Yeah. So third decan. Anyway, Seven of Cups. Yeah, there could be a lot of things that you want, but are you being real with yourself? Saturn is going to test you if you're not. Yeah. So keep that in mind. There may be a lot of different paths. When you move forward, you got to know. You got to see through the. Are you going to take the road that it's all that fog you can't see? You see like eyes, or you can take that road where you can see. You're like, okay, there we go. I get this, right? That's the one I want anyway. So you got to trust your intuition. Let's get to yourself, Scorpio. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Oh, I feel like there might be an offer that may be too good to be true too. Just keep that in mind. Okay, there's something coming up with that. Be mindful of that. All right. Okay. You know, love y'all. Let's see what's you're fine. You're good. Listen, just know what you want. Lovers. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you got a lot of focus on partnerships, relationships. There you go. What I say, you're deepening them, especially with that full moon in Gemini. That's in your 8th. Yeah. You're deepening them. That's what you want to do. This is all about commitments. Again, that's going to be a big thing for you, but it's also like choices, right? You got the power to choose. That's amazing. I love it. It just shows, yeah, commitments. And it doesn't have to be love. Again, it can be like a business partner, Queen of Wands, contractor, whatever it is. Queen of Wands in your external factors area. Yeah, you're good. You're going to be fine. Queen of Wands, the most charming queen, the most social, the most regal. People love her. People buy tickets to talk to her. Queen of Wands is amazing. She's on your side in your external factors area. There's someone opening doors for you, okay? Someone who has a lot of power, very passionate, maybe even passionate about what you're doing. Y'all see eye to eye, but I love this, okay? That Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is Aries too. That is your 6, right? Yeah, so there you go. That rules work. And again, if you're not here for work, just your everyday activities, your lifestyle, things like that. But definitely some doors opening up. There you go. 2 of Cups. Who gets the 2 of Cups and the Lovers, right? So it just seems like that there is going to be some focus, or I would say a lot of focus, that you're going to put into relationships and partnerships. It looks like that's something that you want, even if it's this like a rebirth of a current relationship is very likely, but it still can be something work related. It can be platonic friendships, whatever you want. You got that 6 of Pentacles. You're fine. You're good. The 6 of Pentacles, you seeking support, you're going to get it. It's right there. Okay. But understand the difference between giving and receiving. Okay. Have that balance. See this scale in his hand. This is all about blessings. We call him the young Hierophant here. Yeah. And so it's all about taking inspired actions to see, all of this pan out, this give and take, this sense of support and harmony. Yeah. This is beautiful. It's all about generosity. And so it just seems like you're moving in a place where, yeah, things are finally balancing out for you. You're getting the support that you need. And it could even be you, that you're in such a place that you want to support people. You want to help people, like everything that you've learned, right? Really amazing. Okay, let's break it down week by week, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on the first week. Well, it is the full moon in Gemini. To be honest, that's the only thing that's going on the first week. And the Grand Water Trine over the weekend. That's amazing. Remember, you're gonna really feel that. Let's see what's going on the first week for you for December 2025. Oh. Perfect. You got your own card. This card is attributed to Sun and Scorpio. You got these 2 6s. I love it. There's so much harmony in the 6s, so much comfort and love. There's multiple people sharing, caring. This is amazing. Okay. And this is, again, Cups, love and feelings and emotions. You got that Grand Water Trine that you're a part of. Like I said, Moon and Cancer as well. That feels really good. Now, second week, this is also you open yourself up, and a lot of home energy that you're going to feel that first week. That, again, feels good. Second week, you got Mars square Saturn. Oh, yeah, with Venus and Antares. You do have Mercury opposite Uranus on Wednesday, December 10th. That's what I was going to say. Mercury's still in your sign, opposite Uranus, the planet of surprises, the unexpected. There's going to be some words, all right? Maybe you're going to get some messages regarding partnerships, relationships, contracts, legal matters. Just remember, stay frosty, be cool, go with the flow with the go, see what pans out here. This is a little bit of deja vu. If you felt this at the end of October, same thing happening. Yeah, same thing happening. But it could be you. Remember, use these aspects. It could be you making a big announcement that takes all this weight off your shoulders. You make a surprise announcement. So this is strong activity, okay? With Neptune going direct the same day. And then Mercury moves into Sagittarius. And then you got Mars moving into Capricorn. It's a big week, the second week. Let's see what's going on, Scorpio, the second week of December. Yeah, you got that 9 of Wands. There you go. All right. So again, nod and wink to money, finances. This card is attributed to Moon in Sagittarius, second deck in here. But yeah, it's approaching the new moon in Sagittarius. So this is just saying, don't give up. If that Mars square Saturn, if Venus, conjuncting Antaurus, if all of that, Mercury moving into Sagittarius, where he's like, where am I? This is just saying, listen, you worked hard to get to this point. You're defending everything. You're not going to let anyone take anything away from what you've worked hard for. Okay, it's standing your ground. All right, so it's you got this. Okay, you got this. Remember, Saturn is going to be testing a bit. Now, the other thing is that and it just feels like it's going to be like worth it in the end. But you got to know what you want. You got to know what is it that what is it that I'm standing up for? Yeah. That's the big thing. Now, and is it worth it for me? Because if it is, yeah, you're going to be fine. You're going to make it. You're going to pass Saturn's test. If it's not, you gotta know what is. Now, the other thing is third week, the new moon in Sagittarius. Here we are. All right. So there's something here with all the Saturn squares that could just kind of cloud everything, make things a little bit like, what? But it is a great new moon. Let's see what's going on the third week. For you, Scorpio, there you go. That decision you got to make, yeah. Regarding relationships and partnerships is definitely, there's something there. And again, it can be just, your cable company, whatever it is, wherever you're putting your energy into. Obviously, it feels a little bit more here, but you see how firm he is, and then how she's just so weighted down. Like, you remember, you need that flexibility with all this mutable energy. You need to be willing to adapt. All right. She's crossing off her heart. You got to keep your heart open. All right. So keep that in mind. There's something here where you may be feeling the weight of something. Like I said, even with Saturn. All right. So face the things you have to face. Don't close yourself off. Be prepared to make decisions and take executive action, whatever that means, right? It's swords. Swords at the end of the day. Sure, it's communication, it's logic, it's thinking, it's ideas, it's processing, but it's truth. It's your truth. Now, the last week, and being honest with yourself, the last week is, you got Venus, Capricorn season, you got Venus moving to Capricorn, you got Mercury square Saturn. That's the final test. That's on December 29th, okay? There's going to be something here. There's got to be something here. And again, it looks like something with your self-worth, self-value, your fifth house, family, children, what you want to build, right? For the long-term creative projects, money, finances. So this is another little bit of a test. But then you got Mars and Capricorn, with the nodes. They're all happy. They're dancing. And then you got the, grand Earth trine. And then the moon conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is really special. I mean, that's partnerships, that's relationships and contracts. It looks really good. Let's see what's going on for you the last week of December. I told you, you're going to make it. You're going to be fine, okay? You got the 6 of Wands, which is, there's recognition here. There's success here, okay? And it can be very public facing. It can be very public facing. It's very sweet, very great. This is rising above. That's exactly what you're going to do. What did I say? The mountain goat, right? And also you're acing the test. And even the fact that you got that 5 of Wands, working with others. You show them, right? This is eminence. You're great, Scorpio. Thanks so much. Next week. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to be here next week. So here's I'm working on your 2026 forecast. You know that 2026 is just bonkers central. And your January forecast, and I got to do that right after it. So not going to be here next week, but I will be here. I'm going to show you. I'll send you a community post. Yeah, you'll still see me. But anyway, use this as a reference guide for December, and then we'll still do. You'll see. And oh my gosh, I pulled out the Visconti for tier 3 members. Oh my gosh, really good legendary members. The second spread, we're gonna look at love. We're gonna look at relationship. We're gonna look at everything, right? Money. I'm gonna see money for you. We're gonna pull more cards, but I got the Visconti deck out, and we're gonna do that too. We're gonna see. And this is we're talking about this is the 14th century, one of the original decks. There's 89 cards, but you can shuffle these. So we're gonna do one of those pick a cards. We're gonna do that. Okay, anyone's welcome to join. Scorpio, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. All right. Ish. Scorpio, y'all are amazing. Bye.